The whip.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support two very important statements that have been brought about by two distinguished senators. One, briefly, is to comment on the statement brought about by Senator Omtata in terms of, really it boils down to the issue of management of the city. Mr. Speaker, before this constitution, during the BBI period, some of us had seen an opportunity to be able to bring in positive change to how a city like Nairobi is managed. We compared it with a city like Addis Ababa, which has got about 10 sub-counties in it, managed by different authorities to be able to ensure that they deal with waste management, they deal with sanitation, and they also deal with service delivery. Mr. Speaker, when we are talking about the issue of managing or lamenting here on how filthy and dirty the streets of Nairobi are, I think it is about time that we become more future-centric and come up with a solution on what we are going to do, because every single day as we talk, we will never solve the problem of Nairobi. Nairobi will continue being filthy, dirty. Mr. Speaker, if you go to Enterprise Road, you'll be shocked. You know, there's a place where they sell pallets, and right next to it, I think it's next to one plastic manufacturing company. It is a filthy area. You know, it is literally converted into a dump site. It's the middle of the road, converted into a dump site. If you go to Isili, the same things. Mr. Speaker, it is about time that we start thinking about how do we manage Nairobi. And ultimately, my proposal will be Nairobi should never have been made a county. Nairobi should not be made a county. Nairobi should be made a capital city that is managed like other big capital cities are managed. A city like Addis Ababa, a city like Washington, D.C. Because what is happening right now, we have been told of problems. Earlier on, the Senator of Nairobi was talking about the issues of post-COVID. When people, houses, when they were given a waiver because of the hardship. Then later on, now we have changed the strategy. What is happening there as to why tenants are being evicted from their houses is not really because of a rent dispute issue. It is because of these affordable housing redevelopment strategies that are coming up. And instead of taking those people and sitting down with them and saying, let us find a way that we build these houses for you to be able to live here and continue contributing to this economy, we now kick them out. Those are things that, Mr. Speaker, that needs to be thoroughly investigated and a solution found, one that will be able to take care of the needs of these citizens who live in Nairobi. It is true, all of us live in Nairobi. Members from all the 47 counties live in Nairobi. So we must be able to come up with a better way of managing this city. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to waste a lot of time on these issues, is the statement raised by the good Senator of Kilifi. Mr. Speaker, we were in Kilifi a while ago, and all of us were shocked with the level of poverty in Kilifi. We talked about affirmative action in Kilifi. We talked about the challenges that Kilifi County faces. The same challenges that Kilifi County is facing right now. In fact, it made me say that we in Narok County are better. Because when you look at the schools, the issues that have been raised here, Mr. Speaker, by the distinguished senator from Kilifi are issues that requires us to be very keen on also following up. Number one, why is it that in Kilifi, and not only Kilifi, but in a lot of rural counties, maybe Tana River, maybe even part of Narok, the Ministry of Education has not fully carried out an audit to find out how deplorable primary schools are and put a budget based on counties, not just a budget based on who you know. A lot of governors are now building primary schools. That is not their responsibility. That is the responsibility of the national government. So the issue, the first issue that the senator raises is an issue that requires us to follow up. The Ministry, the Committee on Education should follow up to ensure that that matter of deplorable schools, primary schools in Kilifi is taken care of. Number two, Mr. Speaker, the distinguished senator raised an issue of food for kids. It is true. Recently, we saw a video in social media, in the mainstream, where kids were being asked to recite Hare Krishna for them to be given food. For that, Mr. Speaker, I only have to go to the Bible, and I'm happy that the pastor is here. I think it is Matthew 3:6, where it says that you should not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. When you give, give in secrecy. You know, if you're willing to give, whoever has gone there, don't force the kids to recite, you know, so that you can be able to give them food. I was sitting down here and we were discussing it with my minority leader, and he said a long time ago, some of us were being told to go to Catholic to school, and we have to be able to do the Lord's Prayer before we're given food. Is that right? That is not right. Why are we still poor in this country? Why can't we not be happy with what we have and we share among each other? The amount of money that goes to Kilifi is a lot of money. But is it proportional to the amount of money that is budgeted by the Ministry of Education to be able to support the kids in Kilifi? So, Mr. Speaker, these issues that have been raised are important. Number one, the Ministry of Education now needs to carry out an audit to figure out